Cheers, Matt. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, it's a head chef who, if you have a vision, it's your duty to explain to your team this is your vision, right? So, and also you guys came well prepared, like that, okay? So maybe next time I will tell you week advance who's going to be the head chef, who's going to be a team. Let's see if you can prepare better, and then you can maybe. But I didn't want it done. Okay, so it has to be instant. You're not like, this is not a competition, but from that moment what you can think and what you can do is important as well. Okay, but good, if you want to be prepared, let's be prepared. Alright, so well done. Okay, so both the teams did really, really well. But between two head chefs, I saw Ryan stressing a bit more. Maybe you took a lot of responsibility on you. Alright, so and also I feel you're overthinking at this stage. You have to keep the dishes simple.
Yes, sir.
Keep all the dishes simple. Alright? It's a soup. It's a soup. Alright? At the end of the day, it's a soup. Alright? So I want a good soup. Yes, if you have time, you can add more components to it. That doesn't mean because you're adding more component, you build up a lot of work and then you struggle with the other dishes. Do you understand what I'm telling? Yes, it's a soup. If it was me, I could have done one of these roulade and given one on each soup is also good. You know what I mean? It could be simpler. Just that you're building more work for yourself and then you can't finish everything in time. You know what I mean? Complicating things. So in a busy service, you need to eat, or when you're making a menu, you need to keep it simple. The simplest dish is already hard to make in a busy service. If you complicate the dish, it's only a way to disaster. You know what I mean? So keep the dishes very simple. All right. Team, yes, as Ryan said, as a head chef, you need to when you're delegating tasks, it's not like, can you make this, Camilla? You know what I mean? And he says yes, and you trust him. No. That doesn't happen because he feels, Camilla, it's not you, I'm just giving you an example. Okay? So it's just not, okay, Ryan, do you know how to make that? Yes, chef. All right, I go. Okay, do that. Go. No, it doesn't work. All right? So it's like when you're playing a basketball, you know how to shoot. It says yes. All right, in a real game, you throw the ball and he's like, I don't know how to shoot, and it's like, things like that. Okay? Just a simple question, do you know how to make this? Not good enough. Or you need to show him.
Yeah.
All right? Or you need to just monitor that.
Yeah.
Okay? Then you're not doing everything, you're only monitoring it.
Yes.
Okay? First you show how to make, and then you monitor it. Okay? And also I feel you guys go very fast in the beginning. Like everything's done. Plating, it takes a lot of time. Right? I saw Sanjeevan like plating for a good 35 minutes. Right? 35 minutes. And I saw Ryan plating the poached chicken for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Right? He's figuring it out. He tries that, he puts this sauce, that sauce. 20 minutes for just plating 6-7 dishes is a lot of time. And then he wants to keep the plates hot. Yes, that's a good thought. But because you took 15-20 minutes to plate, when it comes to my table, it's cold. So all your effort keeping the plate warm is gone for waste. You know what I mean? So all that thinking is good, but plating wise, so what has to happen is you need to time it right. Okay? So this chicken, when it was, as soon as it came out of the fryer, it was just really good. You know? Because it's been sitting there for about 45 to nearly close to 1 hour, and then you're serving it, it is a bit too early. if this had done just from the fryer, couple of minutes in the oven and to the plate, it would have been perfect. You know what I mean? And also you can't take too long to plate. Everything has to be decided. Everything has to be decided. Keep your dish not complicated. Alright? Keep it simple. Then to plate 7 dish, I have the chicken ready, I have the pasta ready, I have the sauce ready. How long? How long do you should take? 7 minutes? 3 minutes? Or maximum 4 minutes. Alright, then the dishes are not cold. Okay? The only hot thing was served was the Duchess potato. I was like, at least something is hot. Okay? So because it came straight from the salamander. That's how you need to finish each dish. Alright, so that was the overall. Cleanliness, both teams did really well. That's nearly done this side. Alright, well done. And you still catching up because you had delays in your food. Cleaning, there's a little bit of delay, it's alright. Okay, but well done. Well done on both the teams, both the head chef were really good. High expectations. So you know what I mean? That's what happens when you're like, morning you come like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that. But halfway you decide, I can't do that, I can't do that. This is becoming a fail, this is becoming... Instead, you come up with 3 things and you do that 3 things perfect. You know what I mean? High hopes, and then when you come to do, everything is falling apart, and it affects the other dishes, and it affects the team as well. If a leader is losing confidence or is struggles, it affects your team. It's not like you're apart from your team. So that's what it is. Okay. So that was all the teamwork. Then I will talk about the dishes, individual dishes, what could have done better, and how you could improvise it. Because if I say it's perfect, then you don't learn anything, right? So when it comes to soup, okay, this is more traditional way of presenting. So this is maybe a bit modern, all right? And when it comes to this soup, I feel it's too much of chicken, too much of vegetables. You could put half the amount, all right? Just because you have half the amount. With the texture, this is the right texture. This is very close to sauce. Catherine, so this is, or who did this? Number 1, right? Yeah? So this is very close to a sauce. Right? So,
It's more liquid?
yes, more liquidy. Okay? So, alright? But it's seasoned well. So this one has very good flavor, right? And also the ham and the chicken, it just brings the flavor up. Okay? So whereas this consistency, right, is a soup consistency. Right? So this is a soup. It's still, because there's too many things, it's still a bit full, but it's a soup, at least the liquid is soup consistency. Okay? And also it's under seasoned. Okay, seasoning is very important, right? When you take a first bite, it hits straight. Okay, if it's under seasoned, you feel like a little bit of, yes, customer can add extra seasoning in the table, yes. But when you're presenting like a competition, you gotta taste it, and then you decide, okay, this is the right, anything which you have not tasted should not come here. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if it's a function or like a competition like this, everything you have to taste and then send it here, right? So this is a bit under seasoned, okay? But the flavor wise, I like this one, and the presentation wise as well. And also this shows they've added more work into the dish. Simple, alright? This shows, okay, they've showed me some techniques here. Good, okay, so I'll give one score for the soup. Okay, well done. The flavor, I think maybe because they use the stock powder, it has a self flavor, but you did the stock by yourself. That was a good thing, but a little bit of seasoning. Okay, but they don't have to season it because it's already seasoned. All right, but if you had a little bit of seasoning and also a little bit better presentation, you could have got it. Like texture was right, right. Okay. Even the consistency when it was hot, it was not this thick. It was thick, but not this thick because it's cold now. And also you served your soup hot, it was a bit cold as well. But because we're not thinking of hot or cold, overall when I tasted it, I tasted your soup a bit better.
Onion powder.
Onion powder, yes.
Onion powder and salt and pepper and also some bacon.
So flavor wise it was up, okay, which is good. Okay, well done. Alright. So next is poached chicken. Right, poached chicken. Sanjeevan, I like your vision. Alright, it's very close, but again complicating things. Okay, so I said you can poach the chicken and just seal it a little bit, but you poached the chicken and you just went on with the pan. So what happened was the chicken became too. See that? It's like dry. Okay. All you have to do is you poach your chicken, keep it in that tray, moist. Especially when you cook dishes with like boil, steam, poach, all right, and even blanch. Right? You can't, whenever you use water to cook, when you take it out, it gets super dry very quickly. So what you should have done, poach the chicken, keep it dry until the last minute, right? Last minute, everything else is done. You put your puree here, you put your walnuts here, you arrange your things, whatever is done. Last minute, you have one pan. You just have to 30 seconds on a really hot pan, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, the chicken's already cooked. You only want a bit of color and then you plate it straight away. But over here, the chicken was there first, maybe second or third, right? As soon as you put the puree, you put the chicken and you wait, it was sitting just there for 20 minutes. How do you expect it to be nice and moist? Okay, and also as I said before, your sauces, sauce 1, that's a puree, not a sauce, right? Sauce 2, as I said, see this, he did a white wine reduction. This is, it's not a reduction, nor a sauce, nor a puree, I don't know what it is. It's just butter which has been wrongly emulsified, okay? So it needed some sort of sauce. I like the way you've done the leek puree and also grilled leek. Okay, when you do those things, okay, again you need to keep it moist. All right. So what I would have done, I need one pan for chicken, one pan for carrot, one pan for leek. 3 pans. That is it. Right? And also you add butter or oil. Every time it's cooking, you have the oil and then you can put it on top, glaze it, so that when I eat the leek is grilled and also it's moist. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if not, if it's in an open plate like this, things get dry very quickly. When you close plate like this, the moisture is still there. But we close like this only when there is something wrong with the chicken. You know what I mean? I did not cook something properly. Okay, I'm not happy how the chicken's looking. Right? Then okay, let's put some sauce on top to cover it. You know what I mean? If you're very proud of your chicken, you would show your chicken, not cover it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? All right, we do this. There is chicken. You cover it with sauce. You cover it with vegetables, and I think this is what has gone wrong inside. Okay, if you were proud of your chicken, I want the chicken to be shown. Look, I've put a lot of work into it. I've put a lot of I'm very proud of my presentation. I want to show this to the judges or the chef, right? So when you cover up with everything, then I feel maybe you know what I mean. You don't want to. You're shy to show your chicken. Maybe it's not cooked properly. Maybe you're not very happy with how the way it looks. Yes, you can glaze it. Just a gentle glaze is good. Okay. Or when I see this is good. So when I see this, I can't see the chicken. You know what I mean? If I see this, what dish is this? Is it a chicken dish or is it some sauce and vegetables? The color's looking good. Okay, and whenever you add two different types of sauces, one sauce and another sauce should be like different direction. You know what I mean? So that's when it's contrast. If the two sauces are pretty similar, when I'm eating, I can't taste hollandaise, I can't taste the velouté. You know what I mean? So if you put, say for example, this we change later. So this is a molasses, right? That flavor is completely different to what puree you've got here. So once I taste with the puree, all right, I taste the chicken with the puree, the leek puree. Okay, I can taste leek. Okay, it's going good. Next one I take with the molasses, then it's a different direction. Okay, if it is two similar sauce like this, when I'm eating, there's no specific flavor, right? Both the velouté and hollandaise has been mixed, and I can't taste either of them. All right, so, and also don't plate it overplate it. Okay, so the carrots, I don't know, Sanjeevan's carrot was in the steamer, so that's made your carrot really soft, but your carrot has been grilled, it's crunchy. Good. Your vegetables is adding a lot of, I like the way the chicken's poached, the vegetables are grilled. You know what I mean? So the chicken's soft and juicy, and the vegetable add the crunch to the dish. Okay, I like the vision of it, just the plating and the sauce. Yeah, I think I would say both the dishes failed. Okay, both the dishes failed in their the finished products. Okay, so this one, the presentation's very modern. All right, but the components are chicken's like rubber, the carrots overcooked, puree is good. I like the crunchiness with the walnut. All right, sauce is a fail. Okay, so both the dish, but the presentation wise, I like this one. Right, this one's clouded presentation. If I just see the presentation, if I just see these two plates in a buffet, I would rather go pick that one. Okay, why? More colorful, more defined. I see what I'm eating. You know what I mean? Even when you're making a salad, nothing should be hiding. If you're hiding something, that means why do you hide? You know what I mean? So something I don't want surprises. So I would pick this one. Just for the presentation wise, they get 1 extra point. All right. So mainly because I can see things. Presentation is a bit modern. All right. Both the dishes has their, but the chicken's poached well in here. All right. When I just see the chicken still moist, which is good. Okay. But when I see just from far, this somehow attracts me. Okay. So good. And when it comes to the chicken parma, all right, good way you rolled it, right? I was surprised how it's gonna hold it because you said you're gonna freeze it. Very well done. Okay, good technique. When you're talking this, you were like really high. When you prepared this dish, you were on a really high. You know what I mean? That shows in the dish. Very confident in what you're doing. All right, well done. Okay, but when it comes to both the chicken, Jesus Christ, why do you want to put a poached egg on a chicken parma? Already the plate is full. It's with salad, it's with Duchess potato, it's with poached eggs. All right, I can take until there. And you put a passata on top of poached eggs. What you thinking? I don't know whose decision was this. That is, if you had just served without the poached eggs, without the passata, just these three, good. All right, but now you put a poached egg, and Jisoo is struggling to do a poached egg. And not all poached eggs is perfect. When something is not perfect, when something is not required, you put something on a plate, that should be, I'm very, 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 very proud of that. And this is going to add value to the dish. But here, this is bringing the value down. You know what I mean? Had it like no need of that. Okay? No need of that. Just chicken parma could be plain chicken parma. Okay? And if they make something small mistake, you win. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't have to overplay. Okay? Just do what you have to do, just exactly what you have to do. And then if other people, you know, sometimes when you're playing some sport, you hope, okay, I'm going to do this, maybe they make a mistake. Okay? So things like that. Everything else is good. The salad's good. The parma is great. Just that it's just overdone with the poached eggs and also the passata. The passata, yes, you can put it on the chicken because we're going to cook it in the oven. But I don't want to use straight from the bottle to plate. Even the same thing happened here as well, right? Straight from bottle to plate. No, either you just warm it up, you season it, you have some herbs, right? So then you put it on a plate, but not from straight from bottle to the plate, right? That's one thing. And also, Ryan, your pasta is overcooked. It's overcooked the first time. You know what I mean? When it was cooked, then itself is overcooked. Okay, if it was me, redo it, or you had a lot of time. You would have been there, right? You could have, or no pasta at all, right? No pasta at all, okay? But with the chicken, the flavor of the chicken, you get this one, all right? Well done on both things. You've got to be really proud of yourself, because I am seeing the transformation of you just doing whatever you do, and then now you're a bit focused on when you're working on your dishes. Don't you think so? What do you think? Yeah? Yes, so you are more like when you're doing something, you're more confident. So this is a transition between a mature cook and you are like, I know what to do in the kitchen now. You know what I mean? That proudness I can see in you. Maybe you're familiar with this kitchen, or you just like getting used to how to handle things. Like the body language when you're working in the kitchen itself, you know, you can see, right? So that body language is improving. Well done, and I'm good applaud for you guys on putting yourself in this. All right. The next time when I give you 1 week notice, think less. Right? Don't come up with, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I was very confident about you guys in the morning. Okay, then later on, okay, there's so many components. Even if I was leading, even I would struggle with so many components in a dish. Because something should be simple. Not every dish should be so complicated. You know, a soup could be a simple soup. Alright, and then you put that time into some other dish. Okay, or if you want to add something extra, then just one component extra to a soup. That's good enough. All right. So well done on both. Okay, I'll give you photos. Let's do the photos, and then well done. Okay. So and Ryan's got some cake. Enjoy the cake. All right. Duchess potato is good, Matt. So that's how it's supposed to be done, but extra cheese. Okay, just put extra cheese. Cheese is not usually in the Duchess potato. The color wise, this is what I like it. Okay, if it's a Duchess potato over there and this.
Is this is only for garnish, or this is?
Then why do you
But
put it? Just this is what he should have done. Not now, but before.